I was born a Pisces deep divers on March 3rd. And that means I grew up highly intuitive. Like, I know everything about you before you even open your mouth because I can feel the energy. And this is the gift I've been blessed with from the universe. I don't have to learn about intuition. I am highly intuitive. I'm about to share with you how you also can become more intuitive. So if you don't know deep divers, now you know. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature, baby, with a short sleeve. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Another beautiful day. Thank you, universe. The cat down the road told me that you are struggling with your intuition. You want to learn how to become more intuitive, right? Right. How did I know that? Oh, my intuition deep divers. Now, we are about to dive deep into intuition. How to connect, oh baby, with your internal guide and prosper. Once you connect, deep divers, with your intuition, your life will never ever be the same again. It's going to become even more beautiful. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So wonderful deep divers, let me share with you. Take that good ass intuition I'm sending you. Let me share with you what's helped me along my journey to connect with my internal guide and prosper. I got a great question that came to me. I'm going to read it word for word because I could feel the energy coming from this person just reading this message. They're like this, deep divers. Ralph, first, I want to thank you so much for your videos. Thank you. You cannot imagine how they changed my life. Thank you so much. But you probably hear that all the time. Sometimes. I have a question. Maybe you have a video on that. I haven't found it. But how do you connect with your internal guide? I feel like I'm disconnected, Ralph, and I can't really hear it or feel it. Is there a way to reactivate it? Absolutely. I'm about to share with you how I connect with my internal guide every single day. You see, deep divers, the universe is communicating with us through our intuition. And once you tune into your intuition, you will always be led to the place that can help you become your greatest version. What? Slow motion this side. Now our intuition, I liken it to that small voice inside of us, which grows louder when we listen to it. Okay? Can you hear that small voice, deep divers? No. Okay. Well, here's how to make that small voice a little bit louder so you can actually be guided to where you need to be today to start living your best life. Now, intuition emanates from the Latin intuere, which means to consider or to contemplate. When we talk of intuition, we're talking about you having this inner knowing It's not logical. It's just that I have this feeling, right? I have this feeling about something or someone. But a lot of us, we are disconnected from that intuition, that feeling. And therefore, we make terrible mistakes and decisions, right? Right. Now, here is how to connect with your internal guide. It's so quiet. It's so quiet around here. It's beautiful. Find a place that is quiet and peaceful and full of serenity and tranquility, that has these beautiful emanations of harmony, and sit there for 30 minutes. Make it an hour, make it 1 hour. In fact, make it 3 hours, okay? Don't do anything. You see, this is how I started to connect with my internal guide. Deep divers, back in the day, I would literally go to the forest, lie on the grass, tilt my head back, and look up at the sky and drift off. And then I would wake up knowing all of these things. I'm like, oh my gosh, this small voice is now turning into a loud one because I'm tuning into the truth of who I really am. To connect with your internal guide, you have to tune into who you are and tune out of what they want you to be. What? Slow motion this side. When we talk of our internal guide, I liken it to a radio. And if you are listening to a radio, there's only one specific channel you are interested in, usually, right? For me, a lot of the times it's the reggae station or the classical station, listening to some Beethoven, okay? But a lot of the times, if I'm driving somewhere, I lose signal. And this channel, no sound is coming from this channel, just interference and static, really noisy. So I can't really hear that music, right? So that's just like our intuition. If we aren't in the right environment to get the good signal, we lose connection with our true voice. What? Slow motion this side. So you have to make sure you are in the right environment to get that good signal to hear your true voice, the clear channel. And I also liken it to the clear glass of water. Let me explain, deep divers. To connect with your internal guide, hear me out, okay? You were born with a clear glass of water. No, I wasn't, Ralph. Just pretend you were, deep divers. You were holding it in your hand as soon as you came out of the womb, okay? Now, as we grow up, as we get older, this clear glass of water becomes very cloudy, murky, full of other stuff, because as we are growing up, someone's like, hey, you got a clear glass of water, but take my advice, okay? Why don't you put some Coca-Cola inside? It's gonna taste so much better. Then someone comes along. It's, in fact, deep divers, wait a minute, it's the cat down the road. The cat down the road's like, hey, put some apple cider inside of this. It's gonna taste even better. And then someone comes along and it's like, hey, put some Fanta inside here, put some Sprite in here. Someone comes along like, hey, put some whiskey in here. And before you know it, you're drunk, you're on your ass, and you are making complete ass of yourself, deep divers. So you went from a clear glass to what the hell is that glass? So when it comes to really connecting with your internal guide, you have to make sure you always have this clear glass of water. In other words, you don't allow other people's opinions to contaminate how you think, how you act, and what you believe in. Can I get a hello there? Do not allow the pressure of other people to bias you. You see, the crowd is the matrix, deep divers. A lot of us, we are externalizing our power, and we have to realize the power has been with us all along. Growing up, I had my mom who was like, Ralph, I believe in you, but it would be better if you work here. I'm like, Mom, I just want to do what I want to do. I had friends telling me to do this, do that. And I nearly got swayed by what they were telling me until I realized, wait a minute, whose life is this? To connect with your internal guide, say this: whose life is this? Who am I living for? Am I living for them, or am I truly living for me and my true heart's desires? Right. To connect with your internal guide, realize that the crowd is the matrix. You have to tune into who you are. You have to drown out all of that noise around you. To connect with your internal guide, it's that gut feeling, right? Right. You have to trust your gut, because did you know, deep divers, your gut is actually your second brain? Scientists, neuroscientists, they will tell you that your gut is your second brain. They call your gut the enteric nervous system. The enteric nervous system. The enteric nervous system. It's got over 100 million neurons. The lining of your gut has over 100 million neurons. It's the second brain, deep divers. It might know a thing or two. So when you have that gut feeling, like, oh my gosh, I felt something. Where? In my gut, Ralph. Well, trust it, for goodness sakes. That's your intuition. Okay? The gut never lies. That's how you connect with your internal guide and prosper, okay? Now, because your gut is your second brain, it knows everything. That's why people get butterflies when they're kind of looking a little bit shaky, baby, or they're full of joy too, right? So you have to trust that gut feeling, but also 7-day vegan challenge. You got to keep your gut clean and healthy. You got to make sure you're emptying your bowels at least 3 times a day, okay? Making sure your bowels are clean, eating healthy leafy greens, kale, arugula, spinach, okay? Full of all of those antioxidants, phytonutrients to really clean that gut from all of that mucus and bacteria. So now once you are having that detox, you're clearing all of that garbage out of your gut, you can now think properly. Your second brain is now officially clear. Okay? It's a clean gut, right? Deep divers, how? Oh, baby. To connect with your internal guide and prosper, to become your greatest version. Now, animals are highly intuitive. The cat down the road is. Your dog probably is as well. How come, like, birds know when to fly away when a massive storm is about to come? How did they know that? Like how? Because they are in tune. Because they are spending time with themselves. So to connect with your inner guide, make sure you set aside time for yourself. But Ralph, what? I want to help everyone. You can't even help yourself. Huh? So that's what I had to do. I had to start saying, I got to take care of me first before I can help other people. I got to know who I am first before I can know who other people are. And that's how your intuition starts to arise. Intuition is all about your heart. Your heart knows what your brain can only dream about. What? Slow motion this side. Say it again, Ralph. I will. Thank you very much. Your heart knows what your brain can only dream about. Your heart already knows what your brain can only dream about. Your heart knows everything. Ladies, don't lie to me. you were in love with that guy once upon a time, right? And your parents and your friends were like, oh my gosh, he's such a dirtbag. Don't go for him. And you're like, no, I just trust my intuition. It's all going to work out, right? Because you saw something in him that they didn't see, because you trusted that gut feeling. More so, you trusted your heart. It's not logical. But it didn't need to be. It didn't need to be logical, because you felt it in your heart. Anytime you have that feeling in your heart about something, that's your intuition. So you have to learn how to have a better relationship with your heart to connect with your internal guide. Let me explain. A lot of people are desensitized, disconnected. They are afraid to feel, and therefore you lose your intuition. The reason why Pisceans, okay, and I'm biased, born on March 3rd, are so intuitive is because we feel everything. Like, I'm an empath. I truly care about everybody watching my videos. Sometimes I care too much, like deep divers. I really care. But the gift of that is that you become more intuitive, because I can tap into other people's emotional states and also my own. But if you are someone who is blocking away everything, if you are someone who is hiding how you truly feel, if you are someone who doesn't want to feel at all, if you are desensitized, if you have a lack of empathy, you will become less intuitive. And that's what's happening to so many people in this matrix, because they are overstimulated, because they are not in tune with themselves. So you have to learn how to be sensitive, to connect with your heart space, to connect with your internal guide. You see, every single day, deep divers, to really connect with my internal guide, I say this: I need to get really knowing more about these sensations I'm having. I actually have a intuition journal, okay? And I always say, let me check the results. That time when I had this intuition about something, did it turn out to be true? Like, track your progress, deep divers. That's how to connect with your inner guide and your internal guide. And then start to say, actually, where is this coming from? Is this coming from fear? Or is this coming from a place of neutrality? To connect with your internal guide, learn how to be neutral. Many times, our fears get in the way of our intuition. Many times our stress gets in the way of our intuition. Many times our bias gets in the way of our intuition. Many times our judgment gets in the way of our intuition. Many times our ego gets in the way of our intuition. Many times trauma, childhood trauma, gets in the way of our intuition. We have to learn how to heal our trauma, because trauma becomes a filter for intuition. And that's why we can't really see clearly, because what is happening? Intuition is not intuition. Intuition is now pain. It has become a lens for our pain, because we are seeing it through our trauma. What? Slow motion this side. So we have to heal unresolved issues and past trauma. We have to really work on ourselves to say, actually, okay, this feeling I have is not because of a bad experience. No, this feeling I have is coming from a very neutral place, a very clear place. So therefore, it's going to serve me in a better way. Deep divers, how, oh baby, to connect with your internal guide. Look at it like this, deep divers. As soon as you wake up, everybody wants your attention. And you have to learn how to give yourself your own attention. Stop paying attention to what's going on out there and start paying attention to what's happening inside here. Pay attention to your dreams. Dreams are the language of the subconscious mind. If you learn how to decode your dreams, you will learn more about how to become intuitive. Because your dreams, that's the message from the universe that you have to pay attention to. Oh my gosh, exactly. A lot of people have premonitions. I get premonitions all the time. I just close my eyes and I see something is going to happen. Oh my gosh, right? So pay attention to your dreams and your premonitions to connect with your internal guide. Realize that it doesn't have to be popular. Forget about being popular. Forget about fitting in. Go with what you truly feel and see what your body is doing. If you get goosebumps, many times that means something good is about to happen, right? Because your body has intelligence. Your body actually knows what's going to happen before it actually happens. Many times when something bad is about to happen, we usually contract before it actually happens. So pay attention to your body. It's what I call total body awareness. Okay? It's mindfulness meditation. What is meditation? And this is how to connect with your internal guide and prosper. Meditation is the art of absorbing yourself in the present moment, allowing thoughts to come through you without judgment, allowing emotions to come through you without judgment, allowing feelings to come through you without judgment. It's when you absorb yourself in the present moment 100%. Oh, baby. To connect with your internal guide, deep divers, realize that this matrix has screwed everybody up. Nobody knows what they're doing, not even the cat down the road. Therefore, ignore them, and start to know what's best for you. Because what is good for them may not be good for you. And then have discernment, okay? What is discernment? Because this is how to connect with your internal guide. You need discernment, which is the ability to judge well. Because once again, sometimes we wake up, right? We look at someone's profile. Oh my gosh. They look so, you don't know them, deep divers. They're probably the sweetest person in the world. But you see, we filter our intuition through our bias. We filter our intuition through the lens of our pain. We filter our intuition also through the lens of our joy. Assumptions make bad conclusions. To connect with your internal guide, stop assuming, stop thinking that you know everyone. Instead, allow them to reveal who they are to you. Use discernment, which is the ability to judge well. A lot of the times I love to take a deep breath. Woo! A good dose of that good ass prana, baby. And this clears my mind of judgment. I see people like a blank slate. And when you can see people like a blank slate, you naturally can become more connected to your internal guide. So your internal guide can take you to where you need to be. It can also really show you who other people are, who they actually are, not just the filters. To connect with your internal guide, deep divers, it's all about you realizing that everybody on this planet is here for a totally different reason. Some people just checked in, then they checked back out. Some people came here for 20 years. Some people came here for 40 years. You have to know who you are. You have to know thyself. You have to realize that you got to stop comparing yourself to other people, because comparison is the greatest thief of joy. That's how you connect with your internal guide. Stop trying to compete in everyone else's race and run your own race for damn sake. You've never said that, Ralph. Damn sake. No, I haven't. Run your own race, deep divers. Compete with yourself. I have no competitors. I'm not in competition with anybody else. So that means I can focus in on the race I'm running. And I'm the only one in this race. And it's me against me. That's how you connect with your internal guide. Everybody is here for a different reason. Where you need to go may not be where they need to go, but you still have to go because it's part of your life mission. It's part of your purpose. The universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. So to connect with your internal guide and prosper, dare to follow your heart. Dare to free your mind of all of this conditioning in this world of what you should be, who you should be with, what you should be doing with your life. And just listen to that small voice, because it knows more than you think. And deep divers, that is how to connect with your internal guide. Always remind yourself, deep divers, your heart already knows what your mind can only dream of. Oh, baby. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? There. Beautiful deep divers. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Intuition led me to do that. Shout out to everybody. Oh, you like the shirt? Who's been getting the amazing good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Deep divers, got a question for me? Add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. And the model search is on. 2020, baby. If you are a sexy ass model, with a lot of heart, add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. Show me what you got. Oh, I love this one, Ralph. Well, deep divers, check out the new book. For more information like this, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. From the cat down the road and I, we love you. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You. See, when I'm relaxed, that's my internal guide saying everything is going to be great. And when I'm really looking a little bit shaky, baby, I know that it's probably not a good idea to go outside. So that's why I'm just relaxed most of the time. Just breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Peace.